Well, at any point of time, there will always be a kind of emergency. But when there's an emergency in London, everything gets a little bit quickly put in place. As you can see, I don't know what has happened there, but I know I could see the fire brigade, I could see the police, I could see the ambulance. It might just be a small little bit of accident, but nothing is taken for granted when it comes to emergency in London. As you can see, the buses are now being also moved a little bit. Emergency is something that can happen at any point of time, but this is London, and it's just after my school run. As you can see there, I don't know what has happened, but as you can see, security of lives and property is very, very important, and to make sure that also a kind of traffic control. But right now, it's just a bit of might just be a bit of an accident. I don't know, but nothing is taken for granted. As you can see there, we've got 2 fire engine truck. Looks like it's not a very good one as well. There's someone there. All emergencies, an accident. But this is what we are saying. You must be prepared for everything as a country. And 2, 3 fire truck, police, everyone is there. And I'm sure nothing is taken for granted. They're going to have to cut the car because it looks like it's a very, very nasty accident. But right now, this is London, Edmonton. Nothing is taken for granted as is happening. Emergency right at London, Edmonton. But the guys are prepared. The vehicle is also going to be cut. We must have infrastructure. We must have everything ready to deal with all kind of problems when it comes. As a country, Nigeria, the government must continue to invest in all these little things as well. Here is a car accident, but lives and property, every life is important. As we all know, this is what we are saying. 3 truck engine. I could see the police, the ambulance. I've just gone on my way back picking up the kids from the school. Normally this is my bus stop that I will have come off, so something must have gone wrong, but I don't want to move too close there just for privacy. But the car is going to be cut. I hope the person inside is okay as well. Nigeria, we need to really get things going. It's just not about paperwork. There's a lot of policies, there's a lot of too much talking. We need to save lives. Lives is very important. No matter the situation, we must be able to save lives. And this is what we are saying. If we are telling those back home, this is the way things have to be done. Sometimes, they think, well, you're probably just oversaying it. Lagos State is doing very well. I've saw quite a lot of emergency, equipment, fire trucks in Lagos State. There was a big gas explosion in Magodo, I think yesterday, and with kudos to the Excellency Akinwumi Ambode for making sure that that is also in place in terms of to be able to secure that Magodo area, because the gas explosion. I'm more worried when it comes to gas when I was in Nigeria. My question mark was, yes, you're asking everybody to start using gas, but what is the safety net of putting a gas in each home? Are people being trained? Are people also understanding, when it comes to, as you can see, the whole traffic is now been stopped. It's an accident, but I can tell you, these guys are well trained, and they'll be doing everything to make sure that that life, is saved. You sometimes go around in Nigeria while I was in Lagos, and you just wonder, if there was an emergency, are we prepared as a country, or do we have to wait for, even though we know people say there's external force that is blocking us from not progressing as a country, but how long do we have to keep complaining and giving excuses? In life, you do everything to protect the lives of your citizens, and that is the most important thing. Is an accident, the 3-fire truck engine has blocked the car. They're going to be cutting off the head of the car. I know that because I've already seen them bringing out some kind of equipment, which indicate that yes, there'll always be, this is not a motorway, but there'll also be some nasty drivers that will drive. Look at what took place in Kara, I think Abeokuta yesterday as well, where the Dangote truck, was not really concentrating. And what the question mark is, do we prepare as a country, or do we wait after emergency has happened before we start running around? In terms of the situation in Benue State, you wonder where all the securities are. This is just a small little accident, and you can see there, lifesaver, 3-truck engine. All the cars are now being diverted a little bit, and as you can see there, people like watching, just like they would do in any part of the world. But until we have government, until we have leaders that really wants to save lives, not the ones that wants to steal the money and come and put it right in, abroad. This is what we are saying. I just saw this and I thought, okay, let's show this again to those on the other side of the world, that lives is very important, and we must continue to save lives. And no matter how it is, I don't know how what the situation is right there, but I could see that they're also trying to put out a white tent to cover, because people, they have to protect the dignity of whoever is in that vehicle. But the question mark is, if there was an accident on any of the motorway or the local area in Nigeria, do we have the capacity to deal with it? 2019 is coming. Make sure you get yourself your PVC and vote for the right leaders in every state, House of Assembly, local government chairman as well. Local government chairman are now sending their children as well to come and study outside the country. As you can see, just one small little accident, you've got a whole team. I can tell you the ambulance is there, the police is there. This is right by, just about a few meters away to Edmonton bus garage. If you're going or coming this side, well, I'm sure it's going to be cleared in about a few minutes or so. But it looks like also the passenger is still in that vehicle, and they're trying to cut the head of the vehicle. Just for privacy reason, that's why I can't move very close to where that accident is. But one question mark is, do we all sit down or do something about our own country? We're trying to do something. Yes, brother. Yes, everything good? So, we're trying to do something. We want to move around the whole 36 states to bring the best out of the state. So also, the GoFundMe page is open. Do your own little mite and let us make it happen. But until we have leaders, that have passion, for humanity. Humanity must come first. You don't save your own family alone. You save a whole country. Whatever you do. As you can see, everyone is now walking by, and we also have the emergency there, trying to deal with the situation right there. But once again, my name is Olayomi Koiki. I gotta start going as well, but I thought let's show you what it takes like when it comes to lives and property, in terms of making sure that everyone is is secured. Fire truck engine save lifesaver. A lot of people have gas in their home, but they don't even have the fire alarm. You ask yourself, these are the basic things that we should be really putting in place, to save lives as well. It's an accident, I can tell you that, but everything, I'm sure, they're doing everything they're gonna take it up with now. It looks like is a very, I'm not sure whether it's a good one or bad one, but there's still someone in that vehicle, and I can tell you right now, they're doing everything, to secure, the area. So, the area is going to be moved now. People are going to be moved, and also, Majid. Looks like my children are still also trying to. But once again, well, this is what we are saying. Let's continue to enlighten our people until we have leaders that will do the right thing to save lives and property. Lives and property is one of the most important things in the world, and we must do everything to also make sure that we continue to engage. Yesterday we were showing you the University of London Metropolitan University, and you try to compare that with any of the university in Nigeria, you realize that there's nothing to write them about. Well, I hope now they have to move people away from that area, and I need to start moving as well. It's a little bit cold, but it doesn't seem that it's a very good accident. I can see the white tent. There's more ambulance coming. This is Edmonton, in North London. I can see the white tent. I just hope whoever is involved, will survive it. Come this way. Okay, it looks like okay, they're moving people there. Let me see if I can cross a little bit as well. Well, that is, it's as you can see there, this is what we are saying. The we will continue to suffer. It doesn't matter whether we are as you can see, they've cut the head of the vehicle. I can tell you that is the head of the car that is being moved there to the left hand side by the fire engine. But right now the whole area has been stopped so that this emergency can get things going. Well, this is what we are saying. The government must what happened there, Majid? Is the guy alive? Is the person inside the car, is he alive? He's alive. Huh? The person inside the car, is he alive? Yeah. Okay. Oh, should we start going? Come on, Miriam, let's go. Wait. It's cold. We need to get your sister inside the house. Come on, let's go. Well, that is what we are saying. We must do everything, to invest in our people. If we don't invest, in the infrastructure, everything has to be done properly, and then, we will get there, definitely. Like you said, Fatima, we will definitely get there. But the question mark is, everyone has a responsibility to make sure that things get better. It's an accident, but as you can see, 3 fire truck engine, about 2 ambulances, the big one that will be moving the passenger, whoever inside, to the hospital, the police, and the whole area. The buses have been stopped so that the emergency can do their job. But once again, the battery is low on the